Almost exactly to the day, a month later, I get an email from this client again. This time, he's claiming that something new has attached to him, that he's even more depressed, that he can feel himself dying. Could I please check it out? Because I didn't have a lot of confidence that he was going to be able to do the protective work that we impressed upon him was super important, and the lifestyle changes he needed to make in order to be more forceful in that protection. I wasn't surprised to hear from him again. We're not a prophylactic against learning to take control of your life. We can provide that baseline. We can teach you how to do it, but it is up to you to do this. I'm not available for retainer. I'm not somebody that you should be seeing every month. That isn't my role. My energy needs to be spent in other places. I have a life. I also have to, there are so many people that could need help, and I'm more than happy to help them. But no, if the client isn't willing to help themselves, I can't make you help yourself. So we go back and do it a second time. This time, the entity that's there, yes, just another dead person, but just like how in life certain personalities attract other personalities, he was going to continue to attract whatever dead person was around that would be interested in bossing him around and taking advantage of his energy. This was no different, but we were able to disconnect it. It hadn't been there but for a few weeks, and so removing it was a piece of cake, and we crossed them. I again checked him because he was so obsessed with his physical self and how he insisted that he was dying, so we checked on that. Still nothing. He looked fine. My guide said he had not been to the doctor and he did not look into therapy, and that I didn't doubt after talking to him again. This time when I responded to him, letting him know what work was, I was not as, what's a good word? It's not that I was unkind, but I was a little more direct in what I was saying, because I said, look, I'm really sorry if this is too direct, but from what I can see, you have not instituted the changes that we suggested to make sure that this didn't continue to happen to you. As I mentioned in my previous email, yes, I know that's a shitty thing to say, we had a whole discussion about how this was going to continue to happen to you unless you took responsibility and control of your life and created an environment by which these things are not welcome around you. Just like every other relationship with the living, if you are going to participate in unhealthy relationships, they will continue to be drawn to you. This is entirely in your control. His response to me was, well, your guides aren't being straight up with me. You told me that there were issues going on with my heart. What specifically is wrong with me? I need a diagnosis. To which I responded, I am not a doctor. I suggested that if you wanted a diagnosis, you go to your doctor. I could see nothing physically wrong with you. I can tell just through talking with you that you have depression, and that's something you should really look into. Ask me how I know. Struggle with it myself. So, have you gone to the doctor? I already knew he hadn't. He responded with, well, no, but I should be able to get all of these answers from you because they originated from a spiritual place. Okay. Now I'm going to recognize that you are standing up for yourself. That is really good. You really do need to continue to do this. I'm not the person you need to be standing up to. You need to be standing up against all of the things that I just removed from your house that are going to be replaced by similar things if you don't actually follow the steps that we suggested that you take to help yourself. He responded with this email, fixating on the fact that he was indeed dying and that I needed to help him understand why we weren't just being honest with him about the fact that he was dying. Oh, dude. You are not dying. Let me say this louder, sir. You are not dying. You had a really scary thing attached to you, which we removed. If you are fearful for your physical health, contact a licensed medical practitioner who can help you with whatever those concerns are that you have. I'm not a witch doctor. I'm not a doctor of any kind. I don't know what eventually happened to this man. It wasn't for lack of trying. After my last email, he did not respond to me, which is fine because I wouldn't have continued to work with him. I get it. I truly do. Sometimes these things are really hard things to change in our lives. I do appreciate that. Change is hard. It's hard to work on ourselves. But to me, this is similar to, and I'm not blaming the victim, this is similar to traveling to a really bad part of the world and going to sleep on your front porch with the lights on, showing everyone that you're available to be murdered. Why would you not take that safety as seriously as you would your physical safety when it's being pointed out to you and you can see cause and effect directly related to the things and the experience that you just had? Some people's kids.